Can anybody help me online? I guess.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So I will start presenting. Yeah, today's topic is about smart marketing for small business, creative business. I guess most of us have our own business, and probably most of us are designers or artists or crafters. And so, yeah, I started in my Upcycle with Jing brand when I was studying in outdoor university in, I guess, 2016. And at that time, I really into crafts and design. So I was thinking how to combine my hobby into business. And I tried to search on YouTube how to make like upcycling, because this is the topic what I choose for my master degree. And I found one really interesting video about how to turn plastic bottle into jewelry. So I tried out that technique and make my own first flower jewelry. And I tried to sell them in Tokyo Christmas market in our university. And I got lots of good feedback. After that, I decided maybe I should go this direction to continue like creating designs based on not only plastic bottle, but upcycled or recycled material. So that's how I create Upcycle with Jing brand back then. And I really take this seriously when the COVID happened and I have nothing to do at home. So I took some online marketing course for small businesses. And I think that marketing course really like inspired me. And I created my own Shopify store back 2020. And ever since then, I get more and more attention by applying those marketing methods. For now, our jewelry has been sold in MUJI and also Stockman.com, Design Museum. We have around 9 or 10 different retailers all around Finland. And we are also looking for opportunity to expand to, for example, Sweden, Germany, or France in the near future. Yeah, that's about me. So today's agenda, I'm mainly going to talk about marketing because that's how I got a vote from our MUJI group. Most people want to know how to do marketing for themselves. So this, and also I'm going to cover a little bit about things running a small business, like how to be like not too overwhelmed, how to do it smartly by automation and outsourcing. And so this is like something about marketing. This was the thing I got from Helsinki, Business Helsinki, one training. They introduced, there are so many unseen factors below about marketing. It's not just like Facebook, Instagram, or email newsletter, but it's also really about like, for example, understanding your customer or building a community, this kind of thing, customer journey. So when you do this surface marketing act, it actually was supported by all those deep things. It's quite overwhelming, but we can start with asking us about below question, like, for example, what's your core value, what your business or brand want to bring. For example, for Upcycle with Jing, we want to like challenge this people's stereotype about trash. So we want to provide them a new possibility that if you just shift your perspective, your waste can easily be something like your wealth or something really beautiful. Also, what is your unique selling point, USP? You have to differ from your competitors. So this is the really core of your product or service. What when they mention about your brand, what's the what they will remember or what value you will provide them. So you have to really probably write down or do some competitor research and figure out how you can differ from those big brands. And also, who are your customers? I think as small business owner, small business owner, we really need to like spend time observing like the demographic or this is the kind of boring or abstract side, but actually you can know your customer. For example, on Instagram, if somebody tagged you, they were wearing your clothes or wearing my jewelry, then I just kind of inspect their Instagram account and try to see which brand they were following, and so kind of understand their favorite brand and where do they often go and what are their hobbies. Is really important. And also, what benefit do you offer to them? Probably this is thing we really ignore, but in my product page, I have one section is about what benefit I offer. I think this also really important to have it written in your either social media or website. And it's different from product feature. It's really like some, for example, emotional value you bring to your customer. Yeah, and also understand who are your competitor. At this point, I think it's for example, I'm running a jewelry brand, so I'm not only looking at other jewelry brands, but also brands which shares the same audience with me. For example, the Marimekko, this kind of clothing brand. So when I do like competitor research or customer research, I look at how people react to their post and what message do they deliver to their customer. Yeah. So there's like also 80-20 rules. How many of you have heard this concept? 80-20 rule. So yeah, so it's just about like on average, like most of like 20% of the work were attributed to 80% of the result were attributed to 20% of the work. So you really have to make smart decision to try to work less, but to achieve the most important, impactful result. And also in Chinese, I'm originally from China, so in Chinese there's a saying that the 选择比努力更重要 means making the right choice matters more than working hard. So sometimes for me as an entrepreneur, it takes some time for me to get away from my hectic work to really think about what matters. So yeah, I hope you can also have the opportunity to think, to reflect what you do really affect, what you have chosen really affect what kind of result it will lead. So for example, here I'm also going to introduce one concept. It's a borrowed and owned channel. So for example, the social media, Instagram and Facebook, they are actually borrowed channel. So you don't have much control. On average, probably when you post one post or reel, around 5 or 10% of your followers will actually see it. But if you have your own channel, for example, the email marketing, for me, my brand, I have like 50%, around 50% people will see it. And then probably around 5 people will click the link, and maybe around less than 1% people will purchase it. So this is like 5% compared to 50% is like 10 times different. So that's how you should decide how much time you should spend either on social media or in your own email marketing channel. And also for those borrowed channel, you are not able to do retargeting campaign. For example, if you want to reach out people who have already bought your product, there's no way. But in your own, you can always like, for example, have your email automation reaching out to your previous customer or even your VIPs, giving them more discounts. Yes, so that's what I'm going to talk about next is, here is like different kind of channel. So we have like own borrowed marketing channel and sales channel and owned channel. So yeah, so for example, the social media, your follower actually is probably not, most of them probably is not going to buy your product. Probably they just love what you're doing, or maybe they are your friends, family member. But if for people who have already subscribed to your email newsletter, I think there's more buying intent. They were mostly like your customer. And also for sales channel, I used to sell like on Etsy or other online platform, but I found it's really difficult for me to market my own brand. People only remember like I bought this jewelry from Etsy, but they never remember my own brand. And once they buy once, they just disappear. I'm not able to reach them out again. Also same for the different Christmas market fair. It's good to also join those channels, but I think for the long run, I still recommend you have your own like Shopify or something on online platform. Some people they use like WooCommerce or some other cheaper platform, but platform which has provides your data for you to monitor different sales or traffic. So yeah, for what I suggest, if you have like 100% energy, you put 20% in those borrowed channel and 80% polishing your own channel. Yeah. And how many of you heard about sales funnel? Okay, good. So very good. So we have like this kind of vertical triangle. And from here is like awareness, like the border audience, and in the end is like very narrow, less people. And at first it's like a awareness, so people who knows your brand exists. And then the second is the interest, people who are interested in more learning about more your story, your product, your service, and also desire, people want to buy, but maybe they need some kind of push. And people who take action, which is they do the purchase, and also about loyalty in the end. So it's about your loyal customer, they will come here again to buy from you again and again. And so we call this this part is like top of funnel, and this part is like middle funnel, and this part is the bottom funnel. So and you create different social different kind of message for those different type of audiences. For example, for awareness, probably you introduce more about your brand story, what kind of product you offer. And for the middle part, you they kind of want to buy, but they probably don't trust that much, or they want to learn more feedback. So you post more like user-generated content, like people's review of how it turns out people, how they wear your jewelry or clothing. And the bottom funnel, maybe they need more different products to fit their original purchase, or you give them like discount. So you deliver different message to different type of funnel. And for analytics, we see different like click rate, conversion rate, and retention rate to monitor how good those rates are and how to improve it, how to polish your message to get a higher rate. Yeah, you cannot monitor and optimize those rates if you only based on borrowed channel. And this is the marketing channel I have been using. I'm using right now. It might change over time. And also it depends on what kind of business you have. For us, the email marketing is one of the most important channel. So we have like both flow, which is automation, and campaign email, which is our newsletter. I will talk about this concept later. And also we have our blog and YouTube, which those two types are more like long-term marketing strategy. And then we have also short-term strategy, which are PR, including magazine feature, influencer marketing, and Facebook. Now it's called meta ads, and social media organic. So those three are more like short term. They fade out quite quickly. So what I suggest is for you, if you want to build your own marketing channels, you better choose both, like long term and short term. And also, I also suggest if you are using, like, for example, Shopify platform, you look at your analysts and check where your traffic from. For example, my traffic are mostly from Facebook, even though I thought it was Instagram, but Instagram was like 1/3 or 1/4. And then I also got Pinterest and also a little bit YouTube. So depending on this, I can decide which platform I should focus most. Yeah, it's quite surprising because also sometimes it was TikTok. Yeah, so always monitoring where your traffic from, and also which channel contributes most of your marketing. So I have this Google, so it's organic search, which is very good because I have a blogger who writes blog for me every month. She writes two. Actually, she was here, but she went out with her baby. But Tammy, she wrote two very in-depth blog about our product and my brand story. So we got a lot of SEO ranking. People search keyword and they find our brand and make orders. Then the Klaviyo is the email marketing service provider I'm using. So I have both I've been sending newsletter, and we have our already set up a flow, and through that we also got a lot of sales. And Unattribute and Facebook. Yeah, so still Facebook is kind of very important channel for ourselves, even though, but I thought like it's for old people, Facebook, but it's quite interesting because, yeah, I didn't put much energy in Facebook, but seems like I should. And here is the, so for email marketing, we have this flow, which is like a kind of triggered, event triggered automation process. So usually, for example, this welcome series is like when people visit my website and they get a pop-up, and that pop-up said you will get 10% off if you become register on your newsletter. So they registered, and then the welcome flow get triggered, and yeah, so it's being a series of email which I pre-made, and once they subscribe, the email series goes to their office email. And it's also good to remember for marketing, there's a rule of 7, means you have to show up 7 times until they make any purchase or make any action. So those email flows really it's like adding triggers for them to remind them, or to let them get to know your brand better. And so welcome series is the flow which I recommend most of our small business have. And also post-purchase flow, which is after they place order. Because our brand is quite heavily handcrafted, we don't have any like a product in stock. So we always do made to order. Once they finish their purchase, they will get an email like saying, I will tell them that you have to wait like 5 to 8 days because we are now crafting your jewelry until you receive, so please wait. And this also lets them like know like they don't need to worry about their order, and they know they need to wait, so their complaint rate like decreased a lot. And also we have this birthday flow when our subscribers' birthday is coming. So before 1 week before, we send them birthday greetings with some discounts. So yeah, I will talk about it later. So there's like several preset flow, and really it's like a sales machine, or I don't know, money making machine for you. And you just set up once, and they will just doing it for you forever. And for me, every year I look at those flows and optimize the message and images to keep it up up to date. Besides flow, the campaign email, which is your newsletter, is more about the sales, like holiday sales or events. If you have offer some physical sales events or workshops and new product release, or sometimes back to stock or some announcement, you can do it here. And so, so to understand deeper into flow, this is like my customer win back flow. So for example, if you look at the first one is the trigger, when someone has already placed one order, and then after 120 days, this is really depends on what kind of product or service you offer. So for me, for our jewelry brand, usually after like half a year, they come back and want to purchase more. So I said this 120 days, but 4 months, sorry. And then I have this conditional split. So if they have like order once, then they receive this smaller discount, 10% off message that still thinking about us, don't forget us, we offer you like 10% discount. If they have like here purchased 2 times over time, so they are our repeating customer, I want to offer them some bigger discount. So I said, we miss you and here is your treat, 15% off. And if they are like a purchase over 3 times, then they are our VIP customer. I gave them more bigger discount, so 20% off. So it's really like depending on who you draft different messages. And everything is like preset, so it's really saving you a lot of time. And also here is our birthday flow. When like 1 week before somebody's birthday, they receive one email. It's like, it's almost your birthday, happy birthday to you. And here's our, for example, 20% off discount. And if they say this message and they make purchase, so if they haven't make the purchase, I will send them the discount code again on their birthday together with their birthday greeting. But if they already bought it, then I don't send any discount. I just send them a greeting message, happy birthday. Yeah. And also here is our thank you flow after they purchase our product. So yeah, this is the first, for first-time buyer, I send them this very personalized email talking about our creating process. And also I introduce myself. If they want, they also can reply this message, introduce about themselves. So people really had a good feedback about this email. They do reply me who they are. And so I know my customer better and I feel more connected, more personalized. And also personalization is good. So you always collect their first name here. So people feel more happy. Their name were mentioned. And then if they are my second-time buyer, they get this message with my picture. And yeah, basically the same message, but yeah, the third one is more about the wow, thank you again. You are really like supporting us for this journey. Yeah, so it's really, people feel really happy, and I'm also feeling happy. But if you don't have your own channel, you really cannot target those group of people and deliver different tone of voice. And so in order to collect and grow your email list, you might need to have a pop-up in your website or this teaser. So for example, if they click close, but then you have this this teaser showing up. Yeah. So, oh yeah. Sorry, I probably need to shift my window. Yeah. Yeah. So for example, this is my website and I have this, this is called teaser. Disappear. Oh yeah, here. So if they want to get this discount later, the teaser show up and they fill their first name, email, and also sometimes birthday. So they get this 10% off. So this is one way to collect their email. And also you if you have your Instagram, in your Instagram, you can also link to your landing page. You build a landing page and collect their email. Basically the same with the pop-up. Or you run your meta ads and create a lead generation ads for them to register. You quite often you need to give them some incentive, which is most of us will give like 10% or 15% off. But if you are like a service-based, you might need to provide some PDF, some knowledge to share with your clients. And also, I heard there's like, if you are using email platform Klaviyo, and there's a plugin called Gatsby, which can lead your Instagram followers into your email subscribers. So you can also use this. And if you are running like events, giveaway, this kind of thing in fairs, like you can have a small jar and let people to join the giveaway and leave your email. You can input those emails manually yourself and import to your email platform. Or if you have physical store, you can place like a QR code for people to scan and get a discount, get subscribe. Yeah, and you also segment your subscribers or engagers into different groups. For example, I have this Finland subscriber, which if I have like sales event only in Finland, I only send to those groups people message. And also to ensure you have like good deliverability, because you don't want your email to end up in their spam folder. You have to increase the score of the deliverability. So I suggest you only send to engaged audience. About engaged audience, which is like people who have received your email and they open it. Those are engagers. So I have this 90 days engagement. So in 90 days, people open or click my email. Those are my engagers. So I only send to them to increase my deliverability. So when my deliverability rates increase, I'm a reputed email sender. My email will not land it to people's spam folders. And also I have like overseas. Those are like a segment which are dynamic. They are really like moving depending on how they react. You also have like a static, which is like your newsletter list, or different static list you can grow gradually. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we are now in good timing. So for this, I also want to mention about blogging and the YouTube video. Those are like things probably most of us, we don't do it, but I still strongly recommend you to write blog to document your creative process or your behind the thing, and also introduce your product, your service. It's good for you and also good to for you to build trust, and also good for people to know your brands better, and good for SEO, long-term growing, because like you get a possibility to be discovered more and more and gain loyalty. Also, this PR press release, mainly doing the magazine outreach and influencer outreach. And I'm using also CRM tool, which is like called Streak, which is here, which is a Gmail-based plugin. And usually how we do it is we research different influencers. We got their email and the first name, and we import into a CSV file, and we import into Streak and create the automation. So from here, you can see I have like first message, which is about introducing my brand. And I want to gift my jewelry for free to you, and I hope you, in exchange, you can feature us on Instagram or your own channel, one post and one story. And so it's kind of a borrowed audience marketing. And sometimes I also ask them if it's possible we can do a joint giveaway. And here is like if they don't reply after 1 week, I will send my second message reminding them you have to like about us, and I will introduce my brand further, or even like offer something more. And if there's still no reply, I will wait for 1 more week and send out reminder email. So usually I send like 1 pitching email plus 3 reminder emails, and this briefly increase the success rate. But still, our success rate is only 5%. But I say that it's a win because you will get either ignored. Oh, please. Usually I just actually I ask my assistant to research their Instagram, and on Instagram there is like a contact section, and then I just check, ask Tammy to collect, or I'm also using like ChatGPT deep research function. So I ask them, I'm the sustainable fashion brand. Please search influencers or YouTubers in Europe, which is like really focusing on sustainable fashion or lifestyles. And then they will please export this as a CSV file, collect their first name and email. So I got a list. So after I got that list, I imported in my preset email flow and then send through Strick. And why I use Strick instead of Klaviyo, my previous email marketing platform, because this Strick offers you the chance to see if they have opened my email or not, and how many times they have opened, and where they have opened it. So if they open my email many, many times, then they must be very interested in my product, but they haven't replied. Probably they are too busy and they just forgot. So usually the reminder works. Yeah, and yeah, after I agree with them, like I gave them for free gift, and they post it for me. I make the jewelry and ship it to them. Together with the jewelry, I will include a content creation guide, which is my personal guide, what kind of photo or video they can take to present our jewelry better. Really, we really need like a lifestyle photo, like people, how they style our jewelry with different outfits at their home. So really like a very important user generation content for us. And they share with us on social media. And after that, I usually ask them to give our product a review to our website. So I got more credibility of our own website as well. Okay, so about Facebook and Meta ads, this is the quite difficult thing to talk to, because I'm still haven't mastered it, but this is the process I've been using. To do this ads, I think you have to have your own website, and your website conversion rate has to be more than 1%. Means if there's 100 people visiting your website, there's at least 1 people buying it. Once you have this 1%, then it's more likely for you to get profit from these ads. So before, you really have to do a lot of preparation how to make your website work. Yeah. So there are like 3 phases I do for Meta ads. So first, I create different ad creatives. So what is creatives is this thing. It's your text and your image. So this is your image is the most important attention grabbing thing. So you have to really spend lots of effort to make this outstanding. No need to be like perfect or high end, but attention grabbing, and let people to stop crawling from their social feed, but really stop to look at your product, your service, and then the headlines. So you do like a lot of testing about those copies and images, but mostly images. And after you run testing creative ads, you find like 1 or 2 or 3 winners. Then you use these creatives to test different audiences. And then after the audience testing, you find like winning ads, winning audience, then you start scale up and also trying to test more audiences. So this is the workflow I'm doing, and I've seen many people stopped in second phase, or maybe they didn't know they need to do this combination. So this is the thing we should keep in mind, do a lot of testing. And so this is like a sales funnel I mentioned before. So for different part of the funnel, you need to create different types of ads creatives. So for like top of funnel, you create like awareness campaign, mainly to introduce your brand. And the middle of the funnel, you give them probably more like a sales campaign or lead generation campaign. For lead generation campaign, I mean, usually I just do connect to my email landing page, so I get more subscribers. And for sales campaign, leads to my product page, so I get more sales. You create many like different content, but mostly I found out for my own business, the user generation content get most engaged, most sales. And then for bottom of the funnel, you can do retargeting campaign if they have bought. If they have visited your site before, but they didn't buy it, so you can show them ads and they will buy you and from you again. And all referral campaign is like they have bought before, but then they saw your ads, they buy something else. Or VIP exclusive campaign. Usually I segment those people like who have bought my product 2 times, more than 2 times, and then I give them like 20% discount. So yeah, you have to be aware different funnel have different type of campaign. So yeah, here I mentioned to build a trustworthy high converting website, you need to have like this look professional. For our creative, I suggest you invest a lot in your photography, and also have different types of photography. For example, product shoot or lifestyle shoot. For example, how your product will be used in different environment, like on a table or on like in nature or something. Yeah, and also you have a good on point visual identity, and your website loading fast, and you have to have like mobile friendly and also good accessibility of your website. And also you answer real questions. I strongly suggest you collect a lot of real reviews, no matter good or bad, to your product and to your homepage. And also you include many user generated content, and also you present your unique selling point and product feature very well in your product page, and have a FAQ question there to answer people's questions. And you have to have a clear guide towards action. So you have like a call to action button, and also you have a very functional payment page. Usually at Shopify, I don't worry about this, but if you're using other platforms, do test and see how your whole workflow, whether if it's easy for your customer to make the order. So but the conversion rate is more than 1%. I think that's very good. Yeah, you can check my website, for example. I will go through it later. Yeah, and here is the place called Meta Ad Library, which is the kind of library you can check different brands and see how their ads campaign doing. And you can also collect idea from your own social media feeds, Facebook or Instagram, and see if you see any attention ads or interesting ads. You can make a screenshot and collect it and build your own inspiration. For example, I use a spreadsheet, and so here is like the example I had collected, and then I make my own version, copy their concept, create my own version, and do different test iterations. And usually the click-through rate between 3 to 5% are good. So I will choose those creatives to run for the audience testing campaign. And for audience in Facebook ads, there are so many different things to test. For example, interests, people who interested in shopping or jewelry, or demographic, like they just get engaged 3 months. Maybe they are looking for wedding jewelries, or behavior like engaged shopper. They really love shopping, or lookalike audience. I can import my customer data into Meta, or maybe they already collect my customer data, but I just click who are similar to my current customer. I will target those new group of people, or individual interests, like they love wedding ring, or combined multiple interests, like they love both wedding rings and wedding dress. So there are so many audience type to test. And then scaling, basically 2 different ways to scale. Either you put more money in your wedding ads, this is called vertical, and then horizontal is like you reach more broader audience, continue testing broader audience using the same creative. So, and this is quite energy consuming process. I haven't done it myself. I don't do it right now because I don't have much energy. So I still, for me, I'm going to optimize my email flow and having more convincing website first. Then I'm going to hire somebody to run ads for me, because I realized after running like winning ads for a while, for me it's like 1 month, 2 months, people get tired of my ads. So I have to always create new creatives, and this always takes energy to. I have to do those 3 phases again. So having somebody closely monitoring and designing creatives for you is my goal next. So, but yeah, this really needs some things to prepare. But I just want to introduce this. That's the way how I run ads. So yeah, you can decide whether to do it or not. Also, I think social media, I don't need to explain much more, because I think most of you have already better social media than I do. But just some tips, be authentic. I found I got more engagement when I post my iPhone picture than like highly polished studio photos. So do post some casual pictures and show who you are, and sharing story behind, and post if your customer sharing your product, that's perfect. You can repost your customer's photo. And I suggest also same together with the Facebook ads creative, you have to build a content pillar. So you have to post different types of content. For example, professional product shoot, real life showcase, behind the scene customer feedback, or influencers message. You run giveaway, you run poll to get more interaction, and yeah, this kind of. Or you do some tips or something brand about your branding there. And for me, I post 1 or 2 times a week, post or reel. And for reel and videos, you have to catch the 3-second attention. And then I do stories almost every day. Yeah. And also, I also suggest you to diversify your both marketing channel and your sales channel. For us, I have my direct sales. I sell my own product in Shopify, and I also have indirect sales channel, our retailers, our wholesalers, and also I do a little bit drop shipping. And we have like MUJI, and we do fairs as offline sales. And we also have like Stockman at evalo.com as our online sales platform. And we also do like B2B DIY workshops and corporate gift. So by diversify sales and marketing channel, I also realized the sales channel can also be your marketing channel, because quite often when I search my own jewelry in Google, and next time I got the advertisement from Stockman, my own product. So really those other retailers are doing ads for you, so you save a lot of effort in marketing. Yeah, so I think we are almost finished, but until this point, I just want to ask what a truly successful business mean to you. Is it like financial success, or bring value or happiness to your customer, or sense of accomplishment, or yeah.
I think financial
Mm.
is very important.
Yeah.
But also this one is kind of like accomplishment.
Mm.
But the happiness of the customers is obviously the one that matters, and to be able to continue to have financial.
Yeah. Good. And so that's how I want to mention a little bit of running your own business. So I recommend you read this book, The E-Myth Revisit: Why Most Small Business Don't Work and What to Do About It. And in that book, the author introduced there are like triangle of how a small business should structure in order to achieve the stability and the well-being. So you have to have like entrepreneur, the visionary, to decide the direction to go, or the vision, and then you have to manager to manage different tasks for you, daily tasks, or doing the organizing, and you have to have technician, the doer. So those three triangles really work together to help you to have more stabilized. And so for us, we outsource our brand identity, our jewelry making task, jewelry packing, ourselves, our photography, almost. I think most of the things, like 80% of things, are outsourced already. And this is the process how I find help. I first create a post on social media or Upwork or LinkedIn, and people apply, and I choose suitable candidate. I don't interview me because I'm so scared to speak to person. So when I have like maybe one or two person in mind, I have like an on-board meeting, and like then I give them my documentation. So in that book, this emails book, they really talk about the importance of the documentation. So so I wrote down how my jewelry were made. So they went through the documentation. They know some basics, and then we have our next meeting. So they kind of do trial version according to that document, and then I gave them feedback. And then I gave they take the feedback and go through it several times, and then we decide whether to use him or not. And this documentation really is my lifesaver, because I don't need to talk to them many times. They just follow what to do, and I just need to focus on giving feedback. So so this is like our, for example, packing guide, actually. So how they should pack our jewelry. So I write this workflow, and so they just follow, and there's very little mistake they will make. But once it's set, it saves both us a lot of time and effort. Yeah. Okay. So here is the to-do list. To you, also to myself. If there's like a hierarchy, I always recommend you focus on your product, like have the high quality product, either for product or model photo ready, and build a trustful website. And then you start to grow your own email list and set up automation and do documentation if you want to outsource, then hire help. Yeah, that's all. If you have more question, you can always ask. And if you want my help, for example, to go through your website or automation, I'm here to help. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. Is there any? Are there any questions? Somebody raised his hand. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think there's a lot of questions.
Oh, okay.
But,
yeah, I forgot to mention, like during the slide, if you have question, you can always ask. But if you now have any question, yeah, feel free to ask. Yeah, or if you have some concern, welcome to share.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing this background of the story and how much effort and work and thinking goes into running a brand. It is just insane. It is very much also appreciated. I have a question because previously I didn't know that you have started the brand. You mentioned 2016 already.
Yeah,
so
early.
Now it's almost 10 years.
Yeah.
When have you noticed that it is picking up? Was it that pandemic part when you have started putting more effort into it and doing this e-commerce channel?
Yeah.
And or was there some other moment that allowed you, or moments during this journey that allowed you to actually like believe and in growing it, and that seeing that there is feedback from the customer? So what were those moments that allowed you to believe and progress despite if maybe there are some difficulties along the way?
Yeah, there are like kind of quite many things affected me, but I think the most important thing is it's quite difficult to find a job here, and I found out it's easier to form your own company and sell your own product and service. And also, it's kind of scary for me to send job application to different company, and I'm quite like I have a quite low self-esteem. If I get a rejection, I will feel really like ashamed, and I'm really afraid to go through that path. That's why I think, okay, maybe I should really start my own business and doing really what I love, what matters to me the most. And also I want to create a positive impact on people and on the, not only my customer, but also people I've been working with, I've been partner with, or people who do work for me. I want to create a positive impact for them. And so I want to be like, I'm introvert, but I also want to become impactful. I think starting my own business and speaking through my work is the path I want to go. And I really want to thank to this pandemic, because I really have like time to stay at home and do like deep learning, deep study. And through there, I search, I think YouTube is a good channel. I search everything on YouTube, and I found lots of online courses, how to run your small creative business. And I took those courses. And also I love reading business related books. I think the sense of accomplishment really made me to stick on to this business. Even though there's lots of trials and error, I made lots of mistakes. For example, the Traveler magazine from, I think it's like a quite reputed UK-based magazine. They contact me, they want to feature my product, and I got so excited. So I agreed that they can feature my product for 3 months. But at that time, our business wasn't making that much sale, and I invested like 900 pounds into just getting featured by that magazine, and it didn't give me much sales. And also their target audience were based in UK, and so I think that was like one of the mistakes I made. So I do recommend like you to reach out to magazine, but not that expensive one at the beginning. Yeah, but now actually I'm also thinking to get more magazine feature. I can also feature a little bit more budget on it. So I think I will probably agree at this stage get featured. So yeah, there are lots of like mistake, and I got quite really emotional, and my husband also sometimes criticized me why you doing this, and seems like you're doing lots of like work, but you didn't get the return. There are several times I want to give up, but I got lots of feedback from our customer, like even from the outdoor study phase in the Christmas market. They said, we really love your jewelry, and they show me the photo of the work I made. It was so ugly in our current standard, but she said, this is my favorite piece, and yeah, you really make beautiful earrings. So I was so inspired and encouraged by her. That's how, yeah, I continue.
There is a question on the chat, which is, do you select your online tools based on how they can be integrated with one another?
Yes. I think when I choose tools, I do watch a lot of YouTube reviews, and I found that Shopify plus Klaviyo. Did I have this one slide recommendation? Yeah, I think I have made one slide recommend tools. I deleted. Okay, I will add to the slide later. But yeah, I do choose those platform very seriously, and especially Shopify, they have lots of different apps to make the business running smoothly. And Shopify plus Klaviyo is really the king and queen of e-commerce. So I strongly recommend. And for Shopify, there's like one theme called Shrine theme. And that theme is really specialized design for Shopify, which is has a lot of feature. You can also get those features from Shopify app, but that theme combines those features. Eventually, it saves you a lot of money.
Oh, cool. I need to get that. I saw that you had one slide that you showed how the different channels attribute to sales. Is that from one of your tools?
Yes,
or where
Shopify analysis.
Oh, you have it in Shopify. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
There are more questions on the chat. So where could I learn more, as I'm not using Shopify, so I need to start from different place?
Where could I learn more? I think any platform is good unless they have like good analytics and also good like what is it, API connected to email marketing tools. Yeah, I think Shopify is quite expensive. It's like 28 euro per month. I think for people who just started, I don't recommend Shopify. But once you want to like scale up, you can just come into Shopify. But there are tools like which offer like 5 euro or 7 euro per month. You can start with those. I don't know, Huawei. Do Huawei also have that?
Yes, you can set up an online store for less money. So no integration costs, because that's also is like when you take Shopify, you need to actually sort your own payment, like those payment options, and that can be a lot of work. Like really, but yeah, so that's work that you have to consider. That might be a surprise.
Yeah.
Then there is another one for people who just started and have a very few followers on social media and very little traffic on their website. How should they start building an email list?
I suggest if you are joining, like, for example, Fun Design Market, you have one jar there and ask people to like run a giveaway campaign, ask people to throw their email there, and then you just input it by hand. This is one way. And the other way is running ads. Like you can easily just on Instagram create like a giveaway or some kind of give some incentive and run lead generation ads and collect email. That's also one very simple way. It does cost something, but it's quite good way because always people who are interested in your product, they subscribe.
I'm also very interested about this Stockmann or the bigger retailers
Yeah.
that you have, either the physical stores like MUJI and Stockmann or they're online.
Yeah.
So how do you navigate discussing with these bigger retailers, and how do you ensure that your interests are taken care of? Because they have probably their own maybe percentage that they get from sales. How do you negotiate with them? And have you kind of accepted everything that they have offered, or have you had a chance to also discuss and some flexibility to gain kind of more for your brand and more profit from being sold in those bigger retailers?
Yeah, I think for Stockmann, I think I was just lucky because at that period they were just looking for brands to join their online exclusive partners. So I'm very lucky because at that time I just set up my own Shopify website, and I applied, and I also typed my social media channel. So they went through my product, and also my product is so unique. I think they haven't seen any people doing the similar thing. That also helped me to get in. But I just accept whatever they offer. I think while under their name, it's already been like kind of my honor to be a part of them, and I just accept what they offer. Also, I think I do reach out different brick and mortar by first visiting their physical location and search what kind of tone, what kind of other brands were already there, and see if my product fits or not. Usually, I also see what kind of customer buying from them, and it fits. I personally reach out to them. I also use the same PR system. I collect list and do like an email flow to reach out to them. But quite often those shops owner, they are very, very busy. They never reply. Maybe the reply rate is like 1% or 0.5%. So I do visit those stores and leave my product sample there. And after 1 week, I send them another follow-up email. And if they not reply, I just go there again and I said I will bring my collect things back. But quite often they're just too busy. So that's how I get connection. So do a lot of physical visiting, location scouting, and customer study, and reach out and follow-ups. Thank you.
How should I price my products? Do you have any tips?
Oh yeah, that's for me. I have been followed one formula, which is your cost multiply 5 is my final retail price, because I need to cover the tax, the cost of my workers, jewelry workers, the cost of marketing, and the cost of all those. For example, Shopify have this monthly fee, all those subscriptions. So what I suggest is don't price your handmade item too cheap. And if you price it too cheaply, you have to work really hard and you couldn't get what you earned. And also people might think your product doesn't have much value. Yeah, you might get a lot of sales, but you might get very stressed. So I suggest you try to increase your product value and brand value to match the price level, but do not price it too cheap. Yeah. But for me, at the beginning, I sell my jewelry very cheap because I want to test people's feedback. Once the product is validated, I really take it seriously, then I price it seriously. Yeah.
If we have time for one more question, maybe a little bit different direction, but what is your creative process? How do you come up with the designs, and especially the new designs? Because I have witnessed the evolution from like the transparent and the white ones, and then the black, and now very bright and colorful, like earring models and the jewelry. So what serves your inspiration, and what's your creative process for designing new pieces is like nowadays?
Yeah. Very interesting. I do collect a lot of like our competitors like works. and I use a tool called Mila Note. So I placed their brand image there, and also I studied what kind of shape, what kind of texture, what color they have been using. Usually I search their best sellers. So I put all their best seller image in one board and then trying to imagine what my customer will usually is clothing. Actually, it's clothing. So I design jewelry for that clothes. So I do put Marimekko clothing there. And then I create like a butterfly orchid earring matching that Marimekko dress. And if Marimekko this year has like for example, orange and blue color, then we will choose the light blue or orange color to match that thing. So kind of following trend. And yeah, so know your customer, know your competitor, and design things for them. This is my process. Good question.
Okay, I just wanted to say thank you, everyone. Thank you, online audience, for being there and listening to this super inspiring talk. And I myself, at least, took a lot of notes. But in case you didn't have a chance to take notes, don't worry. We will send you the recording and slides at least. So yeah. All right. Well, while we close now the online streaming, we can all continue here for a little while to continue to talk and network. I believe that we maybe have there still some beverages and things hopefully left. So thank you very much for everyone joining, and happy summer.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, enjoy food and drink.